everybody. So now we have ourselves a different match, something we haven't seen in a while. We have Joe Horbey on light side. He's playing HITCO. And on dark side is your communications advocate, Mr. Keith Brown. Keith is playing I Want That Map. So Keith going different than everybody else in today's world, not playing the new First Order deck. He's playing the original First Order deck.
Keith is going to communicate the pain in this matchup.
The pain?
He's going to communicate the pain. He's going to bring the pain. He's going to communicate it. The communications advocate.
Oh.
Guys, we're only halfway through. If this is where we're at now, imagine where we're going from here.
Oh, we're going straight downhill.
There is an Overpower tournament going on at the same time as our tournament. It's like 90s card game nostalgia day here, except that Overpower is now back in print. But without any of the licenses that they had last time around. So it is entirely like public domain characters.
Well, that's interesting.
It's not Marvel or DC or anything like that.
Well, that's really lame.
Yeah.
So now we have did Joe pick Luke as his agent? We don't know.
I'll go find
out. Logan, that's your job, Logan. Why aren't you here to fix that? Keith is going with, it looks like, Quat Drive Yards, Bow to the First Order, and Alert My Star Destroyer. Joe going with the standard Like My Father Before Me and 2 other effects. Well, I feel a conflict, and I want to say the other one is the Yoda pool stuff, docking bay stuff. These 2, I believe, are...
Luke is a resistance agent and loses immunity to attrition.
So this is actually table 5, so I want to say they're about 3-1.
These guys are 3-1, yeah.
Yeah. B. Fred, Andrew Moss are both 4-0. Matt Harrison Trainer and Johnny Chu, again, 4-0.
Johnny Chu is 3-1. MHT is 4-0.
Oh. Bad Mouse versus Mishki is another top table. Kendall Hallman versus Chris Kelly is table 4.
It's got to be a typo.
Which one, Chris or Kendall?
Well, they're playing each other. The table's got to be a typo.
Oh, okay. Bill Kafer versus Barry Applestein. Hayes Hunter versus Garrett Larson in a rematch. Hayes on Endor Ops versus Garrett on Rebel Strike Team.
Ooh, juicy.
And just so you know, Garrett is right now 2-0 with Rebel Strike Team. And he's blown up the bunker once. Paulo Chu is now at a higher table or a lower table than Benji. So Paulo is playing Chris Werfs, AJ Hatum versus Brad Iyer, Carl Koenig versus Benji, Blake Silkwood versus Cal Aldred, Charlie versus Matt Scott.
Let me see if I can just get Showinthal to text me the standings.
That would be good too. We still have Travis Morris is on our bye, so Travis has got a win. And yep, we see all of our starting effects from both players. Keith going with the Starkiller base location. Right now it looks like, and also if you're following at home the Squadron game, Team Alpha, which is headed by Matt Harrison Trainer, is currently in the lead. Team Black, Blue, and Saber are all tied at second with 14 points. Saber only has 5 players compared to everybody else with 6. Phoenix Squadron, headed by Jeff Levine, is currently in last. And then Gold Squadron and Red Squadron are both at 13 points.
We are about to be underway here momentarily. The players are resolving. I guess we are underway. Joe is just reading Keith's starting effects. He's starting Alert My Star Destroyer, Kuat Drive Yards, and Bow to the First Order, and I know what you've come for.
But yeah, we're still waiting on, I think Did you talk to the show?
Yeah, he's dealing with a couple of issues, and he is going to send us the standings as soon as he gets back to the desk. So we will have those for you momentarily. Normal HITCO start for Joe Horbey. Starting, I Feel the Conflict, obviously, along with His Destiny, Like My Father Before Me, and Twilight Is Upon Me.
Yeah, it looks like Keith just activated and drew. He did
He
get out
played
the
a Star Killer
Jakku
base site.
and Jakku.
And the Jakku system, yep.
Yeah. I didn't see if he got the finalizer out, but no, he didn't get Jakku. That is not Jakku. That is Hoshian Prime.
Bosnian Prime for all my Euros. Where are you at?
Probably sleeping.
It's 9:30.
Yeah, most of the European players are old.
Okay.
I like that Keith is playing with the white border map.
Yes.
And white border. I mean, it's fitting that like all of his locations are white border, and then he's got one like what is that? I don't know what effect that is. Is that the I will finish what I started effect? That's white.
Where? Yes, that's.
Yeah. But a lot of white cards in the deck for Keith, as we see Keith go use Imperial Command to go get himself a Grand Admiral Thrawn. Believe that is the non-V version. And Joe will activate. Joe getting himself quite a bit of force.
Context, Mike. Context.
AJ is a teammate, so I will always rag on him, and he's also younger. Keith is an advocate, and I will respect and admire him.
If you weren't alive when the white border cards were printed, you're not allowed to use them.
Yeah. What Casey said. Joe getting up the Profundity docking bay. Keith face.
Do we have that on Twitch?
No. What do we do? As he looks like he's getting the 2/2, the Death Star Chasm Walkway. Instead of the okay, he's already got Yoda's hut out on the table.
Mm-hmm.
Eops versus Luke Saga, Joe versus Sam. That's a good match. So thank you for pointing that out, Logan.
Yeah, both of those players are 2-2.
Yeah, that seems weird. Like,
got a lot of good players at 2-2. Greg Shaw also 2-2. AJ's 2-2.
we said good players.
AJ's a good player.
Just because he makes one top 8 does not make him a good player.
AJ's a good player. Did Joe and Fred play each other game 1? I don't know. The pairings are public, so go find out.
Yeah, if you want to check them out, all pairings are on the forums. I guess we could check them out too.
No, AJ played, or Joe and Fred.
No, Joe.
No,
Fred played Brandon Young. Joe played.
Win.
Sorry, Win. We all know I'm terrible with names. Joe played Steve Harpster and lost game 1. B. Fred is 4-0 with Light Side and Dark Side Senate.
I made my first World's Top 8 playing both Light Side and Dark Side Senate.
I played Dark Side Senate and Light Side Senate once. That was what, 2016 you made your first top 8?
Yes, it was. First time in like 3 years Joe and B. Fred haven't played each other, yeah.
Don't worry, they always play at Worlds.
All right, here we're going to get the finalizer from Keith. He's going to use Alert My Star Destroyer to fish out a matching pilot. There are 2 possibilities. He's going to get General Hux.
Yeah.
That's going to give him a bow pull. He can look through his use pile and take any card.
Yeah, and just send him straight down to the Hosnian Prime, starting to drain of 2. Now, again, there is no Menace Phase.
Scoop Phase, thank you for the subscription.
For, it doesn't say how many months.
I would assume it's a new one. Thank you extra.
But Hosnian Prime, going to be a drain of 2 there for Keith. And I like not putting the Jakku system out. Like I know it. I mean, well, actually, it's drained 3 because of the finalizer.
My absolute favorite thing from this weekend when we have the new First Order deck would be if Map won the event. Old First Order over new First Order.
Don't you know new is always better?
Of course. Like new Coke.
Funny enough, I was never a Coke drinker when I was little.
You a Pepsi guy?
My mom was a Pepsi guy, but I was always a Sprite.
Your mom was a guy.
Yeah.
I like Sprite. I love me a good Sprite. I was a Pepsi over Coke person as a kid, and I can't believe I was because I now feel completely opposite.
Same.
Hardcore Coke as an adult. Although I've also moved to diet everything. Well, the truth is, I'm literally sitting here drinking a Pepsi Max because that was what they had in the food court, or Pepsi Zero Sugar, whatever they call it now.
Sad face. Not sure what Joe is doing. Looks like he's putting some stuff into a box. But now that Keith has established himself and space with a drain of 3, I mean, that's a pretty good start for Keith. Especially that Joe doesn't have a Luke on the table yet. And there's Captain Peavy. So now the finalizer is immune to attrition less than 8. 10 if it's a resistance starship or involves a resistance character. And it looks like he's taking Captain Phasma with General Hux. I like how you can just pick out B. Fred just with his voice. Like everybody else is loud and everything, and then you just hear B. Fred.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I had a Star Wars CCG tournament achievement unlocked a couple nights ago. We got noise complainted in the hotel room despite B. Fred not being there.
who was in the hotel room?
It was me, Hayes, Werfs, Phil.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, Hayes was there.
Yeah.
A random Air Force guy who flies B-2 bombers.
You were playing Avalon?
We were about to play Avalon. We hadn't even started
That's
yet.
why. Okay, so again,
Bill was there.
Joe with he's got both docking bays out. There's Luke with Luke's lightsabers. Again, Luke is the resistance agent. He does not have any immunity to attrition. I don't think there's anybody else you that could be your resistance agent. Or no, anybody could be the resistance agent now.
What do you mean?
Originally, I was like, oh, you can
It's a resistance
character.
Or Luke.
No, anybody can be the resistance agent.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Because if you're playing WAP, you make Amidala into your resistance agent.
I believe you. But
I don't even play this game, and I know things like that.
A unique character with ability except Luke or a Jedi.
Yeah. But otherwise, Luke is the resistance agent. So,
Yep.
yeah, like if you're playing WAP, you want Amidala to be your agent because she's just a tank.
Mm-hmm.
And so we see Luke on the table as well as
That's probably another reason
Yoda.
why Map is worse now. Or
I mean, is it really worse? I mean,
Map is good. It has good. But HITCO, I think, is a very good matchup for Map.
agreed.
I think Keith is advantaged in this game.
I will agree with you. Now, however, Keith is staring down Drain of 3 himself with Luke on the table.
That's fine.
It looks like he's playing Kylo with lightsaber. Not
Keith
like,
should just go to the 2 Starkiller base sites, satisfy resistance. And obviously flip back HITCO.
Yeah. If he's playing both sites. Okay, so there's a force push from Keith. So wait, are we both ready for Keith?
I'm not rooting for anybody.
I was gonna say that just feels wrong.
Oh, a sense from the HITCO player.
Okay. And unfortunately for Keith, he doesn't have a shield. So it looks like he's grabbing it.
Okay.
Joe draws a 5.
And even though force push, the way it's worded, it's once per game, even if it's sensed. So Keith cannot attempt force push again.
Yeah. And that's why, unless you're playing like a lot of Dark Jedi, I feel like you want to play the combo version. Being that you can only run Snoke as your Dark Jedi, I think Keith should be playing the combo at least to get some benefits off it. I know it is the Destiny 4 versus Destiny 5 and everything, but having the combo, being able to just put cards out of play for your opponent's your opponent's interrupts is pretty good.
Sure. There's the other site.
Yeah, so there's the site, and yeah, I think you're right. I think if Keith is able to get resistance going and start threatening some damage himself, I think he's in a better spot. And is that the Steadfast in there?
That would make sense.
I mean, you put the Steadfast at the Starkiller base and just start draining 2 there.
Yeah, Steadfast is a pretty normal include in map these days.
And as we see, Keith shuffling up his reserve deck. Again, this is game number 5 out of 8 for the 2025 Star Wars CCG U.S. Nationals. Coming to you live from good old Columbus, Ohio.
Took us a second. Like, where are we? All right, so stacking up the finalizer.
As we see Thrawn and then Pelion on there.
I don't know exactly what Joe is running for his space package, but most HITCO decks don't really run much more than 1 or 2 token ships, wild card, or something like that. That is indeed Ketwall.
Yeah. And it is now the official name of that system. So, okay, so Keith, Joe moves the prophecy with Our Only Hope. So now he's threatening a drain of 4.
Yeah.
Keith did not want to see that, and
a big question for me is, does Keith run strategic reserves in his list?
why?
To cancel the force drain.
I doubt it.
It was a pretty common map include at one point.
Yeah.
You just play a First Order Stormtrooper on it.
Yeah, I mean, if you play always thinking with your stomach right now, that would be pretty detrimental for Joe.
Yeah, you need to draw 3, but
it's possible. And there's we already seen the sense get grabbed after canceling the force push.
Well, this is a drain of 4 that's going to go through.
Yeah, unless of course, unless he plays the always thinking.
I'm looking at his hand. This is a drain of 4 that's going to go through.
Yeah. Now, if you were Batmouse here, you'd let it go through and then play Enter the Bureaucrat to reduce it down to 1.
I don't think that works at your sites.
It doesn't.
Okay. He's going to lose Jakku.
Grievous and a
Gick.
The Gick doesn't hurt that much, and I mean Grievous kind of hurts. Actually no, Grievous kind of hurts simply because of you could possibly steal the lightsaber. Now, I mean there with HITCO now there are ways to negate it, but.
Mm-hmm. All right, we do now have standings, and they are posted publicly on the forums.
Yes.
There are 3 unbeatens: Andrew Moss, Matthew Harrison Trainer, and Brian Fred. We've seen 2 of those 3 on stream so far. Bunch of 3-1s.
11 3-1s. Plethora of 2-2s. Some 1-3s, and then we have one player who is unfortunately has no wins. But our undefeateds are Andrew Moss, Matt Harrison Trainer, and Brian Fred. And then our 3-1s are Hayes Hunter, Joe Horbey, Johnny Chu, Brian Mischke, Keith Brown, Barry Applestein, Garrett Larson, Kendall Hallman, Chris Kelly, Bill Kafer, and Anthony Michael Howard.
So Obi-Wan and another character who I can't see down to the exterior Starkiller base site. So Joe playing this one fairly aggressively. I'm a little surprised we haven't seen Keith go to ground yet. Um, Obi and daughter. Okay.
Thank you, Pat.
Any decent list for Mind What You've Learned floating around yet? There, as far as I know, I think there are only a couple in the event, and they are unfortunately not at the top tables.
Yeah, a lot of the top tables are playing like a lot of the stuff that we normally see. However, B-Fred both playing both light side and dark side Senate, going undefeated.
Yeah,
right
that's
now.
got to be the story of the weekend so far.
Yeah, I don't know what Andrew's playing. But Andrew's a very thematic.
Andrew
kind of
is his own deck builder.
Yeah,
you know?
Andrew's 100% his own type of a person. Johnny Chu is playing Watto. I know that. Garrett Larson is undefeated with Rebel Strike Team. He is staring down Hayes Hunter playing Endor Ops, so that's a very good, interesting matchup. And Garrett is undefeated against Endor Ops with Rebel Strike Team. So. Okay, we see a Snoke in Keith's hand. And unfortunately, I really can't make out a lot of the stuff. I mean, we do see
see a Tarkin's Bounty.
And do see a Spectre or the Supreme Lord, the Spectre of the Supreme Lord.
EPP Kylo, Stormtrooper Patrol.
Interesting, this one, the Stormtrooper Patrol. And there's the a good card that cannot be sensed in Tarkin's Bounty, going on to, I'm assuming, Thrawn. A lot of Joe's power characters around. Yeah. Yeah, and Keith's got a lot of options at this point. Like, he could essentially go to Endor. I mean, I know it is only a drain of 1 there. However, him satisfying, he really wants to satisfy Resistance. He's also got his other site to go to. And if he's got the Steadfast, that makes that Starkiller base into a battleground. So Keith's got options. He just, I don't know if he has the force or not to do all these options.
Yeah, Pat, I agree.
Okay, there's a Blast Door controls from Keith. So it looks like we're going to see a battle of some sort this turn.
It's going to be EPP Mara.
Or not.
Or not. Or not. Joe says something.
I mean, the thing is, like, if you go against Luke and just clear Luke off the table, like, he's got no immunity. If you're able to hit Yoda, you're almost essentially getting rid of Luke too. But
yeah.
being that Keith has his Gick is in the lost pile, you might not want to do that. But here, yep, we do see EPP Mara going down in front of Luke and Yoda. EPP Kylo Ren going down as well. And it looks like Keith has 4, maybe 3 force left. Will we see a Spectre of the Supreme Lord?
Yeah, I don't know if I love this line from Keith.
It feels a little bit desperate.
It does. I would have, I don't know what's in his deck. I don't know if there's strategic reserves. I don't know if there's. What I think would be great for Keith is Decree non-V.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he is getting a card with Kylo. And I see a lot of options in there for him. But I didn't see what he took. Did you see?
I couldn't tell.
Okay. Ooh, and we have a clash from Joe.
So we'll see who that excludes.
Yeah, and it looks
Probably
like
exclude
Kylo.
Kylo, yeah.
And not necessarily the best thing you want to see if you're Keith.
I feel like I would have rather excluded Mara. Maybe not, because now you can go for the beatdown with the Gik being gone. With Kylo excluded, you can swing at Mara without the risk of okay. If you're going for the long game, then excluding Mara is better. If you're going for the beatdown plan, excluding Kylo is better, because then you can hit Mara, which you couldn't do if Kylo was on the table.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, Mara has nowhere to go, and like you said, the Gik is on the top, and
blaster deflection for the Mara swing.
That's not what you want to see. We have up there's
big force throw from Keith. Force field rather.
Yeah, and I think
What game am I playing?
Force throw is not a card anymore in that game.
Sure it is.
No, it isn't.
Okay.
Okay, but again, Keith is down by a decent amount in power. Oh, is that an insertion planning?
So it'll go +3?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it's a 7-8 for Joe.
Yeah.
5 for Keith. So I want to say it's 9 to a lot for Joe.
So Yoda is defending. So this is Keith's turn, right?
Yeah.
So so it's 14
plus 8.
22. So Mara and 6, if we're doing the math correctly.
Yeah, and stack a card.
Stack card, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so we are still before the actual like cleanup step essentially. Mara will have to go lost unless Keith has another Gik here. He's going to be peeling some cards. It feels like. But again, yeah, Joe's going to have to lose Yoda here. Yeah, it doesn't flip him back.
No, it doesn't flip him back. Doesn't flip. They're both on the 0 side.
Yeah, that's what I was like. Okay, so there's 1 in overflow. 2. 5.
5, I guess. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's not as bad as it could have been.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely wasn't the best move if you're Keith. Now, again, Kylo was clashed, so he's not going to be able to battle, and he's at least blocking the drain there, unless, of course, Joe has a sorry about the mess here. We are in Joe's turn, and there's the sorry about the mess. And Keith will stack an interrupt on I will finish what you started.
Yep.
I believe, so he has the sorry, but he looks like he took it back.
Well, it's still good to play it because that's a once per turn effect. So if you play sorry, it's essentially like burning the force field.
Yeah, you have to have a 6 and 6. Keith let him take it back. I don't know how I feel about that.
But what I'm saying is, if you do the sorry and he blocks it, then you can battle and swing.
Not this turn.
Oh, because he's clashed still. Clashed still. Okay.
Yeah. So that's why. Yeah, Keith pointed to the effect and was like, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And Joe's like, "No." And good guy Keith doing a revert.
Yeah.
But he does have an interrupt in hand. So if Keith was bluffing there, that was all-time bluff.
Yeah. not have one?
I don't
can't
think
see.
he does.
I just see a lot of black cards.
Yeah. And that's why he let him take it back, is because he's like, again, if Keith bluffed there, that's.
Yeah, that's big.
Okay, so we have Yoda coming back down in front of Kylo. There's a grappling hook. First order mind trick. Okay, I don't like their scum. Go to himself the combo Hujix card. I don't know if it's me, but it doesn't look like Heat has a lot of cards left in his life force. Like, we know he's got a lot of cards up in space.
I think he has a fair amount. Not he. Definitely Joe has more,
Yeah.
but I don't think Keith is like close to dead or anything like that. All right, here's Dr. E. So if
Where are you going with him? Okay.
and Phasma. So if Joe doesn't have another blaster deflection, which I think I might see in his hand.
Yeah.
Looks like it's the top card in his hand, possibly. Hard to tell.
Yeah.
But if he's able to hit Luke here and take him out of the battle, that would be big.
Uh. Yeah, but then you have to deal with Yoda.
So you're gonna outpower Yoda by a ton,
No, he's gonna be power 6.
and you're gonna be power 16.
I mean, he does 4 for 7, so you're covering all but 3 before Destiny.
Yeah.
So.
Plus Keith's not done playing stuff.
No. And the other thing is, we know that Keith didn't grab the blaster deflection, so Joe might be able to play another one if he has it.
Right. I don't love the sense grab here. I don't love the sense grab in most instances. It's usually better to just play the shield.
Yeah.
But you weren't able to grab blaster deflection, as we see Snoke also. You weren't able to grab Our Only Hope, which has now moved Prophecy a couple of times.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many cards that you want to grab in this matchup, I feel like. And I feel like Sense is down the line after like maybe 5 or 6.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Keith's got to do something here, and unfortunately, it's just he's not in a good I want to battle spot. I mean, he does have Snoke now.
I think you have to be aggressive here if you're Keith. He's going to fight.
Yeah, I think you're right. You got to be a little bit. You got to be a little risky right now, and unfortunately, that's not how Keith wants to play this game.
He's holding a Dark Time combo.
I mean, it adds a little to the power.
Yeah, there's the blaster deflection from
Yeah.
Joe. That's what Keith didn't want to see.
Exactly. And swings back at, I'm assuming, yeah, Dr.
Dr. E.
E. Did he swing with Mara or with Kylo? Oh no, it doesn't
Mara's
matter.
not there.
Doesn't
He's
matter.
only got
Doesn't
one
matter.
saber
Yeah.
there.
No, I was gonna say because if I forgot, I know Kylo says if you miss, you lose the force, but he didn't successfully swing. So
Yeah, yeah.
So
He's also got Spectre on table, which negates that.
negates the.
The lose one.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
So this is unfortunately not going to work out for Keith. But he will force, again, Luke is not immune to attrition. He's going to force a trade with Yoda. He's going to play Dark Time, which I don't love. It's gonna stop the +1 on the Battle Destiny.
No, it doesn't.
Sure.
That's the combo.
Oh, it doesn't stop.
It adds to.
Oh, it adds to power.
Yeah, because
right.
Keith doesn't, or Joe doesn't have. He's only got one battleground out.
Mm-hmm.
He adds to power.
Okay. I still like keeping it in hand, and I'll tell you why. You know that Joe is still holding that sorry about the mess. And you don't have any other interrupts in hand. And I think he's only got one card left in his force pile. So I definitely would have held on to that for...
yeah. For Kylo.
For Kylo, yeah.
Yeah,
he does draw a 7 for Battle Destiny, which is nice.
I mean, but if it was an 8,
it would be nicer.
It would be a lot nicer because you would lose. You would have to lose Luke.
Yeah.
But here you would only have to lose Yoda. Okay, so there's Joe's space package. He's playing the Profundity.
Yeah, it's usually either Profundity or Wild Card in HITCO. Some builds that don't play Han or Chewie play Han, Chewie, Falcon.
Yeah.
So Phasma's going to get forfeited. It's going to leave Snoke and Kylo. Keith consults his hand. He's only got 2 cards in his hand. If I am Joe, I'm absolutely going for the sorry about the mess on Kylo in the control phase.
But again, he can use an interrupt to cancel it, so he needs a 6.
But he doesn't have one.
But Joe doesn't know that.
But but now Kylo's not clashed anymore. So if he does the sorry about the mess in the control phase, he will be able to swing in the battle.
If he misses, yeah. Oh yeah, because it's once per turn.
Yeah. Oh, he's gonna lose Luke too. Was there something adding to attrition that we missed?
So. I honestly don't think so.
Maybe he was just outpowered.
Yeah, we know that he loses the immunity, but yeah, it might be just because he was outpowered. Yeah, I really don't know.
It was 9, 12, 16 power.
Yeah, but I mean,
plus
Joe had
7, 23.
Joe had what?
So 23 power, and Joe had 8, 14, 16.
Yeah.
So so Yoda covered. Not sure what happened.
Yeah,
there.
I don't know.
Oh, the plus from Tarkin's orders.
Yeah. I mean, Tarkin's order or a dark time.
Yeah, dark time. But that would add
2? No, for each non-battleground on table, which is
So
1,
1,
2,
2,
3,
3,
4.
4.
So
So he could have lost.
27.
So he could have lost 4.
But it was still, it's 11, so it would have been Luke and 2.
Or it would have been Yoda and 4, and then,
Yeah.
like Karen says, rebeat for the win.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an odd decision.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either.
He unitad the lightsaber, so I guess he had another Luke, but he missed out on the chance to sorry about the mess.
Agreed.
Yeah, and I don't get I don't get losing Luke instead of losing 4. I certainly don't get losing both instead of losing Luke and 2.
Yeah. Yeah, I honestly don't know either.
It's a legal play, so but
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, Joe's got a lot of life force.
Yeah, and that's what I keep saying is like, it seems like Joe is being very, very, very methodical with where he's going with his characters.
Okay,
Whereas
so what?
Keith is just he knows he needs to spread.
Yeah, so what? I will say this: what Joe is doing here is he's playing Luke Rebel Scout, which now means that
With the saber.
with the saber. But what that means is that Keith is unable to swing.
Yeah.
But if you, yeah,
I mean,
that's the only thing I can think of is that that's what he wanted, and you can't do a persona replacement.
and then
So
you're losing, even though you're only going to lose the Lando there, like you have still no reason to lose the Luke.
yeah, he missed the swing anyway. Um, he is gonna clear both
Yeah.
Snoke and Kylo with those draws.
Yeah, he should. Yeah, and I think you got to go. Like you hit Snoke.
No, he missed the swing, but the Battle Destiny draws are gonna clear both.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he swung at Snoke, he missed. Um,
Yeah.
I didn't see. Is Snoke immune somehow?
He's immune less than 4 if Kylo was there.
Yeah, so no is what I'm saying. Why is he?
I mean, what was wrong for Destiny?
The total Battle Destiny was 11.
Huh.
I'm gonna go check on that one.
What, Snoke?
Yeah.
I had him right up here. S S N O K E. Yeah. Uh, if he's with Kylo, he's been. Okay, looks like Snoke went to the lost pile there. So, yeah, he's immune only to less than 4 if Kylo's there. Because again, movies. But Kylo
he's anybody with a Dark Jedi Master icon just feels like they should be fully immune, you know?
Well, I mean, Snoke, not fully immune with Kylo there, kind of
It's
thematic.
thematic, yeah.
But yeah, just watching this game, I think Joe has it at this point. Um,
He did not take Kylo into hand.
yeah. Yeah, the Spectre is still on the table.
I have questions on all sides.
I mean, I'm going to say, ever since we watched that AJ game where AJ just sat in the throne room and didn't do anything, I have questions on what everybody's done today.
I'm not saying I could do better.
Except for Johnny. Johnny's the only person I have no questions about.
Matt Harrison Trainer played that last game brilliantly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he almost got away with it, Mike.
Okay.
All right, he does have another Kylo in hand. It's going to go down against Daughter. And Tarkin as well.
Yeah. I'm just worried that it's too little, too late at this point.
It might be. He does hit. Tarkin is not at his best in map on the ground.
No. Now
he's good in space. He's not great on the ground.
Kylo. So did he lose the?
He lost the bits shuffle off the top.
Okay.
And he draws a 5. I'm not sure whose text he was trying to cancel. Probably Kylo. I don't think it matters actually at this point.
No.
I guess he should go for Tarkin and make him power minus 2.
Well, the other thing is like you stop. Oh, excuse me. You stop the redraw.
If he draws a 0.
If he draws a 0.
Also, Keith stops his own redraw because he only had the exact amount of cards in reserve. All right, so Kylo is back on the ground on Starkiller base. We'll flip HITCO to the 0 side.
Mm-hmm.
There are 45 players today, so that would mean half of that number rounded down is the number of tables. I was told there would be no math.
Yeah, we got. That's one nice thing about this location is we got a lot of the table space that we wanted.
Throne Room has been pretty popular. First Order, I've seen a lot of. Endor Ops.
Yeah. There's a few QMCs going around, a few WAPs.
I've seen at least 3 Dark Side Senates.
1 light side Senate.
Mm-hmm.
me see if we have any updates on any of this game. 5. Looks like Chris bolded everybody. Yeah, I just don't like the position that Keith is in right now. Like,
Especially if Joe has something in hand that
yeah.
can knock off Kylo. Yeah, we've seen a good number of first orders, and obviously I'm counting Darkside Senate as a new deck, and then
Yeah.
a couple Light Senates, a couple Mind What You Have Learned.
Yeah, I mean the Mind What You Have Learned aren't being piloted by the best today, so.
Right, so we're actually going to see Joe deploy the 2/2 and put Lando there. It's a little odd. He's got about 9 down and
Imperial Code Cylinder, 1,
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7.
7, so he'll have 8 once he resolves the Code Cylinder. But it really comes down to how many cards he has in his hand.
I think that was the only card in his hand.
Yeah.
So
Uh-oh.
doesn't seem like there's much Keith can do here.
Yeah. Yeah.
He does drain for free, but
But when you have Joe draining for what?
yeah, he probably just moves over Kylo and says go.
Well, right now he's draining for what? 5.
Joe?
Yeah.
He's draining for 6, right? 7? 1, 2, 3, 4. Now he's draining for 4.
Yeah. He looks like he's down to like 2 force left.
I think the only character Keith had left in his deck was another Kylo and a ship that he doesn't have enough force to deploy. The only other thing Keith could have done is move the Starkiller base and shuttle guys down, but that's not a winning play either. Our only hope is going to move Prophecy, so now it is going to be drains for a total of 5.
Yep. Keith's peeling. Oh, he's got 3 left.
He's going to have 1 card in Life Force. You know, Dan, I don't think Keith is going to pull this one out.
I mean, he's not conceding yet. So, until he actually physically concedes, I'm not going to put it past him.
Joe wants to take back on something. He's still playing hard. Plays down Ahsoka. Tell you what, if I'm Keith, it doesn't. I was gonna say if I'm Keith, what I'm doing is in this battle, I'm attempting to swing, and losing a force when it doesn't hit. But he's got Spectre down still, so that doesn't work either. There's the hand.
Yeah. So, nicely done by Joe. I mean, we said it earlier, like, we thought Keith had a stronger advantage in this game to begin with, but Joe was just able to put a lot of pressure on Keith and survive a lot of the battles.
Mm-hmm.
So, nicely done by Joe.
All right, so I think we're going to take a quick break in between rounds. We are going to come back and we will try to give you a bit of an update on standings at the start of round 6.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. Stay tuned, everybody. We got 3 more rounds left.